Have you spoke to Brooks?
Have spoke to who?
Brooks.
Brooks.
Yeah.
Which Brooks?
Well, yeah,
Which
I mean,
Brooks?
either one. Marshawn, Dylan, Scott, any one of them. Have you spoke to him?
I spoke to Scott Brooks last week.
Yeah, no. 3D, look forward to seeing you coming up tonight. Players only. Grizzlies and the Warriors. Second half of our doubleheader. Santa, are you here? Welcome in Kristen Ledlow for her weekly Monday spot. You weren't wearing that 5 minutes ago.
Well, I didn't get the ugly Christmas sweater memo.
Right.
First of all, this is not ugly.
Clearly.
Second of all, Larry, the man making magic behind the camera, volunteered to sacrifice the shirt off his back so that I could put this.
Well, you've heard of Larry the Cable
sweater
Guy.
I showed
You've heard
up
of Larry the Cable Guy,
in. He
right?
probably would have worn this
He's
also.
Larry the Camera Guy.
I think it's very flattering.
Hey, what are your thoughts here? We'll talk some hoops with you, I suppose.
I always forget when I do things like this that then you have to talk
at some point
normally about basketball. Like the day I dressed up as you for Halloween. That was a good day.
Well, wait till next week.
I know.
When I dress up like the Invisible Man and don't show up. Warriors, you've been on the road with them. You've seen them during your TNT broadcast. What have you seen from talking with Coach Kerr, Steph Curry, about the dynamic here and how this team is rolling?
Well, Coach Kerr said to us just weeks ago that this is the most fun he's had coaching the Warriors in his coaching tenure, that the veteran guys are taking leadership roles, that the younger guys are gladly following behind, that every single member of this team is within the Warriors mindset. It's so much fun to watch Steph Curry put up MVP-like numbers when he's already done it twice and now his numbers are comparable to those seasons. But I'm really looking forward to yet another career milestone for him, what could be tonight against the Grizzlies, 10 points away from 15,000 total points. And he was reflecting earlier today about what he remembers about watching his dad reach the 10,000 point mark and how impactful that was upon his career, realizing how difficult it is to have staying power in the NBA. So all's good in, well, it's not La La Land, it's Golden.
In the Bay.
The Golden State. I could say it's
See what you
that.
did there.
It works.
The Golden Dynasty. On to 10 before tip number 2. Let's talk about what is buzzing today around the NBA. And for that, we take a walk. They'll be right back. Keep your sweater.
I will.
Let's talk about Markelle Fultz, because why not? It's a weekly conversation we like to have, according to Keith Pompey of Philly.com. Fultz, well, he's not going to play anytime soon, but there is talk within the organization that the team will only trade him if one NBA team offers them a mid to high first round pick, a mid to low first round pick they want no part of. So look for this saga to continue on. Congratulations to Kelly Krauskopf, hired today by the Indiana Pacers as an assistant general manager, the first woman to be an assistant general manager in the NBA. Great hire by the Indiana Pacers. She has previously worked in the WNBA front office. Jabari Parker, well, is he benched? Is he part of the rotation? We'll see tonight. The Bulls are calling him out tonight due to a stomach illness. But they also are short on players. Zach LaVine, Chandler Hutchinson, bunch of guys hurt. Joe Cawley of the Sun-Times in Chicago reporting earlier this afternoon that Jabari Parker is asked to be traded. Remember, he's got that 2-year deal. Second year as a team option for $20 million. Nick Nurse got paid this past summer. He's in his first year, but acting like a vet. Vet move in the post-game press conference last night as his team loses to Denver. And why doesn't Kawhi go to the free throw line more often?
You can't tell me that one of the best players in the league takes 100 hits in that game and shoots 4 free throws, and they handed him 2 for charity at the end. So he was going to have 2 free throws for the game with all the physical hits and holding and driving and chucking and doubling and slapping and reaching and all the stuff. But it's been going on all year. I do not understand why they are letting everybody play one of the best players in the league so physically. I do not understand it.
Go around the NBA, bring back Ledlow. Let me just refresh my email real quick. No fine announced yet for Nick Nurse.
I didn't know if you were looking for the ugly Christmas sweater memo.
No, because that hasn't come yet either.
It's weird.
Or at least nobody gave me an ugly.
Probably check your spam.
That's a good point. I should do that. Nick Nurse undoubtedly is going to get fined by the league office.
Yeah.
But this is one of those, most likely a $25,000 fine that you eat and you say, my guys are going to like me for this one.
Without a doubt, because it never hurts to back a superstar who may or may not be in Toronto this time next year. Well, it might hurt a little bit. The pockets may be a little bit lighter, but to be fair to Kawhi Leonard, to the officiating staff.
Yeah.
He actually does rank in the top 10 in the NBA in free throws attempted, and significantly less than half of his shots are actually coming from inside the paint. So the numbers don't necessarily statistically back up what Coach Nurse has to say, but again, it can never hurt backing your superstar publicly the way that he did.
No question. Continue going around the NBA. We'll see the Rockets and Jazz as the front end of our players-only doubleheader coverage beginning right after us here on 10 Before Tip. Let's talk about this Houston team who's won 3 in a row. Have they figured it out?
Perhaps. We keep asking, are the Rockets back? But I think we have to define what back actually is. Are they the Rockets team that was able to push the eventual champion Warriors to 7 games in the Western Conference? No, but are they a team now that looks like they could potentially compete for playoff position in the West? Yes, I think so. I was in Houston last week and had the opportunity to talk to Coach D'Antoni and said, you know, the message surrounding this team has been that it's not time to panic yet, but when is it time to panic? And he laughed and said that, first of all, coaches are always panicking. They just do a good job. Well, some of them do a good job of hiding it. But he said that he hit the panic button about a month ago because it's not a button that you can push too late or that you want to push too late. Keep in mind, James Harden called for a 2-hour practice just this week. He told me on Thursday that helped turn the tide for this team, at least through these, 30 or so games this season. So I do think that we're seeing a refreshed Rockets. No injuries, no suspensions, an opportunity to put it together. But I don't think the Rockets are back in the sense that we saw them last season.
While they're still within striking range, they still have to climb over a lot of teams to get back into the top 8. They certainly have the talent to do so. But do you anticipate them looking externally? They didn't get Trevor Ariza. They didn't get Jimmy Butler. What's that next move that Daryl Morey's got up his sleeve? Coach
D'Antoni did tell us that he thinks the solution is internally, that now that they are without suspension, without injury, they are going to be able to make the changes necessary. But keep in mind what Tillman Fertitta said before this season, that he would look for another general manager if he had to dip into the luxury tax and was not competing for a championship. So we'll see how long he gets.
Don't spend that money unless you're going to go for a title.
That's right. Or unless you're going to get a sweater like this one.
No swag.
The most swag.
Let's give you a status update here. Did I look like James Harden right there?
A little bit, yeah.
Right? Show you tonight that Chris Middleton back. Malcolm Brogdon will await his status here on whether he's going to actually be able to get into the games tonight. Austin Rivers and Kelly Oubre not ready to make their Phoenix Suns debut, although the trade has been made official. Zach LaVine's going to be out for a bit here. Now, Jeff Teague has just been ruled officially a game-time decision. We'll see if he'll be able to go tonight. Damian Lillard did attend shoot-around today after missing the last couple of days with personal reasons, but he is expected to play tonight. A whole lot more coming up on 10 Before Tip, including what we have going on after all of this is happening tonight. James Harden walking into the building. I thought it was just DeAndre Jordan. Swag right there, yeah. I don't know if that's as much swag. I can't see James Harden. He's in the camouflage. Where is he? Where's James Harden? By the way, tonight, pre-game show right after us, and you'll get James Harden as part of the players-only doubleheader starting at 8 Eastern.